we back? I think we should be. Yeah, we are back. Ba-da-ba. Let's hope all the issues are gone. Or at least most of them. But anyway, I'm going to get something to drink and use the bathroom. Then we will continue the MSQ. So yeah, BRB. And we are back. Let's see if the stream doesn't crash anymore. Now that I downgraded back to the previous version out of the beta version. Hey Kulolja, do you really know nothing at all about your mother? Shale searched the system for information on residents, but the only Mamulja she found listed were my father and me. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there, but she wasn't. Well, that you are here means she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. Do you want to know your mother? I think so. Even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know her. So I want to try looking again, and if I don't find anything this time, I'll give up. I see. Well, if that's what you want. Then I'll help you. I'd like to help as well, and believe I speak for the others too. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We are not about to leave just yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. Alright, thank you everyone. While I can relate to his feelings, Break Kulolja finds what he seeks. If no records remain of Kulolja's mother, then where do we begin our search? I understand all too well Kulolja's desire. For the longest time I found my own father's action inexplicable. If this is what Kulolja wants, then I'll help him however I can. After all, we're family. We might learn more about my father too. I hadn't thought of that. In search of the past, Radia has an idea on how you may proceed with your investigation. Assuming neither memories nor records of Kulolja's mother remain, we must cast a wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. Video, if you could make inquiries outside in the outskirts, the rest of us will do same in Solution 9. Where do we start? Middle-aged Tonavabda. Sorry, but I never heard of Mamulja woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Soralja. You might have better luck talking to people over the Tonavavtan settlement to the north of Everkeep, in a place called Juvevjai Vavta. The resident son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief name was Anilokka. Your exchange with Milis Tonavavta has taught you about Soralja's devoted. Fresh-faced Tonavavta. Oh, you're looking for a Mamulja woman. Oh, Kulolja's mother. I can help you there, I'm afraid. I only know a little about Soralja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, a Tural Vitral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Soralja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear of the king's feats in the past. Now your exchange with fresh-faced Tonavavta has taught you about a battle with a Tural Vitral. Okay, where is the last one? Here. Chatti Shetona. A Mamulja woman, Their people have never been a common sight around here. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among an entourage of the Lance Guard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Tuliola after the mission. But if any remained, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. Your exchange with the Chatti Shetona has taught you about a Mamulja woman. Back to the back rooms. Let's see. Trial. Soralja rarely made public appearances, so the people had no idea he spent most of his time, or how he spent most of his time. Yet I believe therein lies the key to the answer we seek. Rati and Solution 9 is vast indeed. Even with the teleporters, we could cover but a small portion of it. Oh, Clamad, I'm sorry, but I couldn't find out anything useful. None of the people I questioned had heard of a Mamulja woman before. Lamatu didn't seem to have much luck. How did you fare? Alpino. While I failed to learn anything directly related to Kulolja's mother, I did find information which may shed some light upon Soralja. Kulolja, you're back too. I told Shell all about your search. Shale, Kulolja has told me all. We previously tried to track down records of his mother, but we came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Also, you spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusion we might draw. So, Zoral brought a retinue of lance guard to Yosalani, among whom was a female Mamul Jah. His mission was to reach the region of Tural Vitral, and I believe it's safe to say that was the crisis in Juveviavta he resolved. Some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, and then they could have indeed gotten trapped into the dome. We also heard stories about the settlement in Juveviavta. People lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Zoral Jah made regular visits. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. And if this Mamul Jah woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come in contact. I see. But what could Zoral Jah have been doing in the village? Hello, Erisaban. I think we can answer that question. In order to retrace Zoral Jah's steps, Raha and I spoke with a researcher who worked at Origenics. He said that approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep, per the king's direct order. This is the first I've heard of such facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the king's jurisdiction. How's your stream going? I mean, it's going well. Had some technical difficulties because of the OBS beta version that I was using, which is quite normal. But otherwise, it's been good so far. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of a weapon, but I'm afraid that was all we could learn. It's plenty to go on, even if the work there was classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So we'll look into transportation records. There it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts of obfuscation, but large deliveries were being made to Juveviavta, far too large for a mere village. There hasn't been any activity for years, though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Do you think that's where my mother was? We can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. This is amazing. Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure out all of this out. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal a little on its own, but when we put several together, a picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. A lesson I learned in another life. So we'll be investigating this secret facility in Juveviavta. Then, it's so hard word to say, Jesus. And this time I want you to come along, Zoral Jah. Juvea Yavata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the Drift Downs. Alright, thank you, Shale. Oh, where next? Do I play shooter games? Not anymore. I mean, I used to play a lot of like CSN, Battlefield back in the day. But not so much anymore. Hardly any, I would say. No, kinda grew out of the shooter games. Okay, I do still play some. What about Grand Theft Auto 5? Have you tried that? Oh yeah, I have played Grand Theft Auto 5. I do like GTA games. I do. Ugh. Oh, Gradia weapons developed in secret with the aid of devoted followers. Nothing good will come of this. Why you're not using VTuber model like others? Because I don't have one. I mean, maybe in the future, I don't know. But as for now, the PNG is good enough for me. I'll say the settlement in the outskirts that was originally done as well. Yes, I wonder if Juvea Vata is similar to it. What about trial? Well, the researcher we spoke with remembered that he had colleagues. He couldn't recall details about any specific individuals, not their names nor what they were like. What do you think? How much it cost? Like VTuber models? I mean, you can get them like the cheaper ones. You can get under €100 or $100 easily. But yeah, it depends like what you want. I mean, if someone is like starting out, then obviously you should go with the cheaper ones, and then like slowly like upgrade the model. I mean, it can get really costly. Like all the top end ones can easily be like $10,000+ or euros. But yeah, it depends. And there's the artwork, and then there's the whole rigging thing. So, you know, that's why the high-end ones cost so much money. But if you want cheaper ones, then, you know, you can get those under $100 or euros. Often some would have noticed if Soraljo traveled from the Drift Downs. I expect he utilizes a flying vehicle. Look how much we've seen, how much has changed for the part of Yasulani that's on this side of the dome. I wonder what it's like on the other. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it'll be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright, be careful everyone. New dungeon. I guess I'm going to do them with the NPCs, so I don't need to queue. Yeah, let's go with that. It costs around $600. Well, I mean, it depends. It depends. I mean, you can get them cheaper. What do you think? In future, you get cheaper or great work? It fully depends on the financial situation. Because let's say, like, if my financial status isn't good, then I will go with the cheaper option. But if I have a good financial status in the future, then I will go with the more quality one. But I mean, I'm just going to take my time. If I'm ever going to have an actual VTuber model, then that's somewhere in the future. But I'm not going to rush towards it. Oh, also ads are starting. I guess I wait till the ads are over. Need to drink anyway. I mean, it's not like I'm in any rush at the moment. Lindblom Sagnol. Yeah, that's the one from Final Fantasy IX. There's a pen, thanks for the follow. Probably, I think ads are going, so I will answer that question soon. Let's see. Ads are soon over. And ads should be over now. What types of games you play mostly? Mostly I play like RPGs and MMOs. And what, have I played Fortnite? Actually, no, never have. Never have played Fortnite in my life. I don't know, Fortnite has never been like one of the games or like game types I usually enjoy. I mean, I can understand why it's so popular with, you know, with people, but, you know, just not for me. Hobbies. Well, I guess you could say that this is kind of like my hobby, streaming and playing video games. But other than that, I guess it's like reading some manga and manhwa, and occasionally maybe watching some anime. I haven't been watching much of late, but you know, whenever something good comes out. While his magical joy is not the first to conceive a transferring a beast soul into a person's body, safely and ethical concerns have ensured to earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. See more research notes. On bodies of vassal vessels, although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce physiological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain, and while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, I dare say welcome too many such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objectives shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrolled mutations. Holy fuck, zombies. Some more zombies. Big ass ugly zombies. Hello, old fam. How you doing? Also, good day. Hello, Panda. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've experimented with beings of greater power. But mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than with poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity of rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of Tural Vitral, I struggle to see the path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. This is in Metakusaki Fantasy. Yeah, indeed. Is Final Fantasy XIV with the new patch content. Oh yeah, Panda, I think the whole issues that I had yesterday with the streams was actually the OBS beta version. I already crashed twice today, and then I downgraded back to like actual stable release, and I haven't had a single problem of yet. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain fellow souls, what if we were to reverse the process by purging a piece of its memories and infuse it with a man's soul? One still possessed of its own memories, we stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare his soul for extraction at once. Yay! Overseer Kanilokka. Isn't this nice? What? Why do I have to fat finger all the attacks? interesting mechanic. Next area we go. The hell is going on in here? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Maybe I should have taken this with other people than NPCs. But oh well. what the last boss in this dungeon is going to be. It's going to be like more Final Fantasy 9 references. Oh god. It's the rabbit from the Monty Python, except this one is darker fur than in the movie. Wait, what way? That this way. I don't remember if Final Fantasy 9 had that boss monster. Not sure. Arena is quite different. It's not round or... Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Well. Let's go and try again. It's like... Okay, that was neat. want to see something cool? Well, that depends. Ow. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, please don't, you know, post your Discord or anything like that. I'm not going to add any, like, people on my Discord that I actually don't know.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Vali Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility. The Tural Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Zeralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidral.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
So, you've given him permission?
Teshalja, you will assist Kaniloka. As one of the Landsguard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. And what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project, or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliolal. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours. That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
Are you all right?
Teishalja. Could she be my mother?
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Teishalja there.
That's where we're going next then.
Well, a story. Also, but yeah, there was this whole Discord thing. Don't share your Discord in my chat. I don't care. I'm not going to add randoms. Also, Panda, stop instigating those people. He didn't even, try to sell me anything before you brought it up. I mean, yeah, even if he was planning on, then I would have banned him after he was going to say that. But then you also went and said, you know, like, I don't think anyone is interested and so on. Don't unnecessarily instigate them. If they say something stupid, then they say something stupid and I ban them then. But I mean, he was behaving well before this. But yeah, I was, you know, obviously after he shared his Discord, obviously I was suspicious already, so... But anyway, let's continue. Gratia, it seems this Kanilok was in charge here. From your recounting, he was quite dedicated to Zoral-Ja. Alfino, the villagers were likely monitoring the imprisoned Tural Vitral at Zoral-Ja's behest, and at some point they became involved in the research of souls. No continuing, yes I am. I'll say now that the danger is behind us, it started sinking in just how unsettling this place is. Hard to believe it used to be a village. Don't you bog me. Well, that you should be able to peer into the Tural Vitral's past. I wonder what that implies for the beast's consciousness while it was sealed away. And Wuklamat. Zoral-Ja, you said her name was? I wonder what her story is. Zoral-Ja, I wish I could see into the past like you, then I could see people who are gone. That's not how it works. Because there aren't any other Mamul-Ja woman here. For a long time, I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tuliolan and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Among the abandoned. Quail is eager to begin searching the research facility. While we discern the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us take a look around for information as well as a way to the upper level. No. Where's... Why do I keep getting more and more crap? So I guess there's like 3 or... three to 5 quests left. I think it was like 8 quests on the MSQ in dispatch. And what happened to the people here? Did they all leave or did we already meet them? Both. No, we are not just going on a murder spree, Panda. Alfino to think that people actually won't share their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even in the best case they would cease to be men. Was their devotion to Zoral-Ja so absolute? Rather, I wonder what Begluk would make of this research into transferring souls. I know you're a hobo. No house haver. I have a room in the guild house. Well, so many copies of Idingle. Oh, that's defect. Oh wait, maybe that's the original. Group house, you hobo. I have my own room. I'll say it won't open, and I don't think it will yield to our soldiers either. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and find the key. Touching the door from a distance. Okay, cannot force open. Verification key. What's your way to upper floor? Mangled corpse. Journal lies next to the body. I was transferred to Uveyavata station in order to train the villagers in the use of electro technology. While a child can quickly learn to operate common contraptions, it will be no easy thing for them to attain the requisite skill to develop new weapons, ones which require no less than the manipulation of souls. Thankfully, 2 of my pupils have demonstrated great aptitude in the field. Kanilokka, the village chief, and Tishalja, a field my tongue. Chirurgeon sites, whatever. You know. Further driven by their loyalty to our king, their growth has been remarkable. I dare to hope that before long they will be able to carry out their duties without further instruction, and I may be relieved of my duty. Okay, some verification key. I should look from elsewhere. Okay. The researchers likely move between the upper and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. Is there someone behind the curtain? It can't be. I see no legs. Oh, it makes me angry to think about what they did here. The subject journal. Touching the papers. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write good. Yes, I am good. Very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today, bit of hand of feeder. Cannot help it. So strong. Hungry, always hungry. Cannot control. Eat, I must eat. Am eater, must eat. You find nothing that resembles verification key. Da da da. And I'm not going to attack the axe-wielding friend of mine, Panda. She's not a bad guy. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper. And a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. Open the gate. Because Panda, I am a hero. Heroes gotta kill sometimes. I did. The beast back there. You found the key. Great. Help all the others. Please do. It seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valigarmanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure. Most likely, for a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Kulolja's mother. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. There's so much data. I don't what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishalja. Actually, yes, I did know that. Panda. Was it you or was it someone else who told me that like a couple days ago? Or was it something else? Oh well. It brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishalja, administrator of experimental treatments, research logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. Alright, I'll transfer it to this storage device I brought. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. Let's see. I'll say I admit that Turavitra gave me a fright at first, but then I remember who felled the mighty Valikarmanda. Yeah, that's right, that was me. I'll not soon forget our visit to that facility. It was a troubling reminder of the depravity that can arise from the belief that souls are simply resources to be exploited. Kiluvsa is really good at driving the hover cargo. I wonder if I can learn how to drive it too. It seems safe to say my brother returned to Juveavata, or the Turavitra. He wanted his power, not matter the cost. I'm glad we could find what we sought in that abandoned facility. When do you fight Baba Yaga? Hopefully never. But yeah, and here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. Bum, 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 bum. What about Krampus? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think the issues that I've been having, you know, the game's crashing and so on, definitely was the OBS. I might actually even go one more version back from the version that I'm on now. I mean, even this version has some issues. Even though this version has the, what was it called? The enhanced broadcast. But I'm not using it anymore, so I don't see any reason to stay in this version. Which also has troubles and memory leaks. Down. Oh, let's see, what did I actually got from the... we could save those. Save that. Get rid of more of this stuff. Why? I guess, yeah, I really need to save all of them. Have you tried poking the memory leak with a bit of foam? No, I have not tried to use the foam. So I don't actually need that anymore. about that? There. Second there. Ba-dum-bum. I don't need that either, but I'm going to save it. Save that. Of course, we can go away. Oh, and that's all starting. I should take a small break too. So yeah, BRB.
If you guys have a prime, slap that prime on the table like a big fucking cock. Show everybody that you have a big fucking dick today and slap that prime on the fucking table right now.
And I'm back. So let's continue. I'm Geode. We found information on Kulolja's mother. We will never cease to amaze. Alfino, having now spent some time in these harsh environs, I feel I have a better understanding of how much of steadying presence Sveen was her people. And Kulolja had no trouble keeping up during the outing. He really is his father's son. And Kulolja, it was Shell who gave me the storage device before we left. She said that we probably need it, and we did. I'll say, from what I can see, things have changed since the funeral. People are still listless like before. Well, things haven't changed much. I've been thinking it may behoove us to learn how to use the various devices found throughout the Alexandria. Better late than never after all. Rahatia, the data will be in good hands with Shale. Welcome back. Kulolja has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. Alfino, in that case, Alice and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Alice, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Shell, understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. I'll say thank you. We'll see you again soon. I share our friend's concern. It's not surprising that the Alexandrians are having difficulty coping with their grief, but still. I'll stay here with Shale. There's a lot I can learn from watching her. Well, I suspect the Alexandrians blight reminds Alfino and Alcei of the Garleans. Little wonder they feel compelled to assist in any way they can. Ratia, I met some members of Oblivion on my way back here. They themselves were returning after having paid their respects to Sveen. Shale decrypting files isn't the hard part. It's when the number of digits in a password is unknown that the long nights begin. Guidance of the Hetzo. Geode's concern is writ plain upon his face. Alice isn't wrong, the mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving Potural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tuliolal. My brother is doing all he can to see the Saktural Railroad restored to operation, so the people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Goanna seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shell's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. To Shaluani Station then. I'll make sure to keep Goanna informed. side or... Yes. Well, I feel Kona in. He asks that we continue to support Alexandrians as best we can. Operations are still suspended, but we're trying to remain optimistic. It's good to see you looking well yourselves. And Vablika. Oh, see you later, Panda. Ow. Vow of Resolve and Firia with the boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Oh, Scratch. Scratch's on his way. Eren will have new clothes. Gasp, did our little Bun finally outgrow his old clothes? Sigh, stop that. As you well know, my previous attire was at that of a gleaner, and I have chosen a different path. It was time for a change. You are here about the railroad too. It was in part of my sake that the original Dawntrail was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with the replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lametri has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawntrail to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem, how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mehwahetsewan. That is the Ronique. Though the Hetsaro that follow them are none too pleased about their heads being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronique will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and put off their grazing again. Weren't the rail routes plotted to avoid the Ronique's preferred grazing areas though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronique's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I am not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mehwahetsewan for their insight. As major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would hear what Hetsaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Huato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetsaro encampment if you like. I mean, I could have just teleported, but let's fly for change. I wonder where this MSQ is going. There has been only like one time when they mentioned the key that we got from finishing the MSQ in the expansion before the patches came. Maybe it's going to be more relevant on the later patches. Let's see. Edenville, our prior visit to Hetzaro was also on railroad business. Pray they do not take us for train enthusiasts. To think all of this can be packed up at moment's notice to follow wherever the Ronic lead. Aquana, as committee as the Hetzaro or tradition, they are amenable to the unfamiliar, or so I'm told. Shepetto. Oh, that's quite a wall of reason, is it not? I can scarce believe it. Vow of resolve, vow of reason. I bid you welcome to our camp. But what brings you all the way to Mehwatseon? However you pronounce that. Alquana, I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Saktural Railroad. You two have noted the Ronic's unexpected change in behavior then. Now my son Shepetto has been looking into this matter. Shepetto? Normally we'd expect the Ronic to keep to their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet. And despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Pyariuanan and Yavatananen. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal immigration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetzara would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am of Hetzara descent. My parents traveled with the Ronic as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe. You see, during such a migration, one of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I am forced to assume. Flashback. In Guana, a chance encounter with kind fellow merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a storekeeper in Tuliolor markets, and that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamatui came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Oh, truly, I have never heard of the Ronic choosing paths so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetzara willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. But if they had good reason, wouldn't you want to know? Even it might help you better understand the Ronik's current behavior. Let's go with the second one. Even if it might help you better understand the Ronik's current behavior. As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the head Saraway may arise from fear of reopening old wounds, rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Oh, please teach me of the Ronik and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Kuana, will you learn the Hetsar culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. And then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronik and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process we'll find the answer we seek. My knowledge of the culture was born into his form from written accounts alone, and few of them at that. It will be joy to share our tradition with the new door servants, as we once did with good old Jaja. Shebeto, the quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you are not above a manual labor. I'm not the most experienced, I am ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let's meet back here later to share what we've learned. For the head Saro, you're here to help? Well then, why don't I show you how to care for our Ronik's coat. Go ahead and run your fingers through it. Gently now. As you stroke the Ronik's coat, you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle, like as a nut. Shebeto sent Ronik brush with you, did he? I like him. Now just run it through a little patch at a time, gently. You do the blue brush to Ronik until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. A comb coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries should a need arise. As soon as you started jamming old phantom music change to the night music. Every single time that happens. Talkative Head Zero. I'm afraid I've finished with my tasks for the time being, but since you are so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you were here, you likely already know that the Ronik are our Hetso, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hetero must also part with half of our number. You may think it as strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetso. Troubled Hetsaro. This won't do. The wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinew. Mending it. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronik hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. Playful Hetsaro. Well, you're learning about the Hetsar way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Our heads provide us with something that we use in medicines, poultices and soap to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? They use it in medicines, poultices and soap to drive away pests and sustain our fires. Bones, hooves, are whose bones? Is it dung again? Meat and organ. Meat? I honestly have no idea. I mean, I would say fat. You use fat in soaps. And it's also can burn. But I mean, I don't know. I guess you can use bones. Also in medicines. I'm gonna say bones, hooves, are hooves bones. But also ads are starting, so let's take a smaller break. Hold on, wait, what is the question? The question was... Our heads provide us with something that we use in medicines, poultices and soap, to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Yeah, also used in soap and poultices. Or the old thing. Only thing that I would think is could be actually be bones. I mean, I hope it's not dung. I mean, it could be also meat and organ, I don't know. Fat and sauce oil is used for all of those. Yeah, they are. The only thing why I'm saying bones or hooves is because, you know, at least in here they used to make I guess would it be more like an aphrodisiac from like antlers and so on. They would grind the antlers like in a small like dust that you could easily like intake. Oh yeah, that's pretty common, yeah. I think there's still like a small like a container that is made out of bone and has like this leather thing like wrapped on it. I still like think that there's still like that bone dust in there. And that used to be my grandfather's. But anyway, I'm going to say meat and organ. Or Grandpa's bone dust. No, not Grandpa's bone dust, but bone dust that Grandpa owned. Let me say meat and organ. I don't know if this is correct, but alas, not quite. Meat and organs of both can be made into delicious fare, and our neighbors are oft glad to trade for them. They do have certain medicinal uses as well, but they aren't fit for all the purposes mentioned in my question. Yeah, but meat and organ still has fat in them. It has to be the bones. I swear to God, it's the dung. You didn't say anything about flavor food previously, did she? No. Bones, hooves are whose bones? Both bones and hooves have pores of bone, and we use all of those materials, albeit primarily in temples, instruments, like that. Okay. Man, eat shit. literally. It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We discovered myriad uses for runic chips over time. It's a boon our way of life. Where there is a need, our heads always provide. I mean, I can understand the dung, but why is it always dung? The fuck is Cheppi? A new wind blows across Shaloani now. A sweet wind we of Mevatseon look forward to seeing the changes that are born upon this breeze. If you are at school, why are you having the stream open? Study. Shepeto, you smell of grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, or at least an adventurous Tonbavta. Of class doesn't start for 36 minutes. Okay. I have to wonder how Vovkana is getting on. I assume he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Oh, there he is now. I just leave early so I can get parking waiting. Oh, okay. That's understandable. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronique and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination to force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share? Well, it's our lives revolves around the Ronique, but in turn the people receive all they need. The Ronique are treasured members of this community, as important as family. Indeed, the Ronique provide for the Hetzaro, and in turn the Hetzaro are good to the Ronique, just as family should be. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronique, as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service of the people of Tural, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetzo are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Vovkawana. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Let's take money. The warmth of family. One appears loath to part from his Ronique companion. Guana, how did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Etso. They nourish the Hetzaro as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. Ow. They are the equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, Ronic are sensitive, though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale. They must have ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetzaro would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronic's once favorite grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronic, even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratoraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would associate with natural disaster, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetzaro would have surely put 2 and 2 together, where the cause geological, I measured the area's ether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. A large animal, perhaps. And powerful one, like as not, a predator given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be a Turuhetso. Turuhetso. Ronic Reaver in the common tongue, or people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hetso in the night is another evocative one. Ronic can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turuhetso. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can tell you why this one is so far from home and its pack both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronic's concentration is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this river away, that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. And never fear, we will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. Yeah, da 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 da. Oh, more fighting. Oh, the Ronic River is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations. And in others returning from across the plain have spotted it. They may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Your progress through the upcoming battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Okay. Item level 730. Aim. Proceed.
Is coming this way.
No help.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
After they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronic River.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
I guess I have to help.
Make haste. We must protect the Ronek.
Don't worry, we're right behind you.
Search for Ronic.
There they are.
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
Okay, what next?
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers. The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind. There must be something up ahead. Come! There!
Param.
For the likes of us.
God damn, there's a whole jumbo attacking us. Oh.
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a Rona Griever, and no mistake.
There! That one there! Not so fast! Even should it cost me my life. I will save the head soul!
Kona! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
Right! Let's finish the job!
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
Time to fight. Bum, 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 bum.
You'll find the vow of reason is not without resolve.
Damn it! Not even a scratch!
Buy me some time to think, will you? must have a weakness, and I will find it. Keep it busy. I need time.
Bum, 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 bum.
Right. Go for the legs. Now we just have to keep it pinned. Thinking corner.
Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
A protective current of ether. But whence does it flow? I've got it.
Oh, ads are starting. Can't pause. Ow.
One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and you're done for. That stemmed the flow of protective ether.
There's nothing stopping us now. Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
Bum, 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 bum.
We must disperse that ether ere the river recovers it.
This is going to hurt.
Oh, even more.
We did it. The Etso, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mechwa Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Vow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one, and it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeni Hetta, a camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Lozeni Hetta. That's where the Pelu Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. "We're distracted," I heard one cry. "Save our son! Save the Hetso!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran, and as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am Dawn's servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
So yeah, welcome. If Wolf Guana counts us among his family, then he is part of us. Beto, you made planning that Turu Hetso look easy. On behalf of the Hetso, I thank you. Erenville. We certainly got more than we bargained for when we set out to solve our railroad conundrum. I can imagine how Guana must be feeling right now. The river. We don't suppose it was the same one that. To know what the heads are. To know that the heads are safe is more than enough. Yet would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them we also avenge my parents? It is the least I owe to them after all this time. Well, Firio, I thank you for standing by me as Dawn servant and as the oft imperfect man beneath the mantle. Now let us return our attentions to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We have removed the root cause of the Ronin straying from their favorite grazing and obtained the tools to devise additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into panic. If we can achieve this, it will be a far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shalwani Station and begin work on it. Then Bablika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. Edenville, a variety of artisans from across the world have come to assist with the railroad, so I foresee no difficulty in creating the whistle that Kuana proposed. I always carry a spare pair of spectacles or two, as it can be difficult to find replacement outside of the city. You wouldn't believe how many I went through during the Rite of Succession. This train will be ready in no time. Well, I guess you are optimistic. Bablika, you look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take. So the Ronic were avoiding a predator, smart ones they are, and Kuana's not too bad himself. But with his whistle idea, sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Sit tight, yes.
We're ready to go.
Whoa! She looks as good as new.
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolao. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right, if we're done talking, let's put this train through our paces.
Choo, motherfucker.
There's a Ronek up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
It's moving away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success. In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktural Railroad is back in service.
Back in service. Now anyone will be able to come and go from the domes as they please. I can wait to spread the word in Alexandria. Anyway, I expect that with the river gone, the Ronic will gradually return to their old habits, and we won't see so many approaching the tracks. It is good to see that the whistle will be effective in the meantime, however. Kuana, with that, I believe our work here is done. The fine people of Saktural Railing can take it from here. Pavlika, the folks that Volkuan brought into help rebuilding the railroad have already been returned home. But I hope we can give them a ride someday. For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Saluani, and then the continent. Watch out, Saktural. Here we come. I share the sentiment, but we got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamatui. It won't be as I once envisioned, but perhaps someday we can take the train journey to Sulani together. Let's see, crossroads. Never want to stand still. Vuklamat is ready to race back to Alexandria. I think this is the last quest for the MSQ. Well, it's possible that Shale made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shale, what do you have her working on? Ulolja's mother. I feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kakua we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she left behind, because she left it with me, and I will carry it always. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kakua? What? No. It's merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it was good a souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Yes, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time, see if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. Let's teleport there. Before we continue, I'm gonna take a small break and get something more to drink. Where's my change bows? There. Anyway, BRB. And we are back. Also, we are back from the ads. So let's continue. Let's see, let's start with Quile. You must be exhausted. Shall I nip out for an energy tonic? No thanks. Anyway, so Zoralja was conducting secret research in Yavata. I have some memories of the place from my childhood. Shell, glad you're back. We wouldn't want to keep Gulolja here waiting any longer than necessary. Gulolja Erenil is wearing his kahkiwa. That makes me happy. Command, looks like we arrived at good a good time. And Krahatia. A simple yet elegant solution, and thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shell was nearly finished processing the data. She will be able to share her findings with us imminently. Oh, Yustola. I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, Yustola? What brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate in the Sky Deep Cenote for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electro. Shell, I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we've finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest. So, to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Teishul Jah herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
My name is Teishul Jah, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose. Mother? Officially I was a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yassulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire. Today. It should have been today. The beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If you could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
Shh. It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Kanuka shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well, but I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamarchi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Well, that's out of the way. Oh, Geode, what a mess. Right, yeah, if the dome had not appeared, Diesel Jaw's tale would have been very different. Yet whether or not she would have been happier, I cannot say. Vuklamat, you may find it hard to believe, but until the rite of succession, Soralja was a good brother to me, always. And I thought that Papa was the best father anyone could ask for. I don't want to think the time we spent together as a family was a lie, but by the same token, the bitterness my brother harbored was all too real. Why leave such a record, you ask? I cannot be certain, but I believe Diesel Jaw simply wanted someone to know how she felt, to understand. Edenville, no matter how brave a face Ulol Jaw puts on, I expect it will take him time to come to terms with this. He is a strong one though, you needn't worry too much. Shale, Diesel Jaw left written records as well. I'll compile them for Ulol Jaw. Perhaps something in them will be of comfort. Ulol Jaw, it's okay. I wanted to know more about my parents and now I do. And I don't regret it. I have a Lamatui and Kuana and you, Firia. I'm not lonely now. Ah, Yustala, it's better to know. A profound response for one so young. Though I wish he didn't have to be. Ulol Jaw is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for a dependable companions. It is fortunate that he has you. Well, thank you, Shale. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Ulol Jaw. If you remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I am ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain overlong. I know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. Oh, let's see, Ulol Jaw, is Shale going to be alright out there? The whole time she was working on the data, I never saw her take a break. One wouldn't know it to look at them, but Shale and Yustala are birds of a feather, an incorrigibly restless feather. Edenville, I stick around for a while. Let me know if you need me. Vuklamat, with the railroad ready, I'd like to get some idea how many returnees we can expect before heading back to Tuliolla. Kratia, the twins have yet to return. I hope everything is alright. Geode, a word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people would be clamoring to get on the first train back. Yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? When we spoke before, you said many from Tuliolla were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they concerned about getting through Vanguard. If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start at Lane 9. I guess they're just too scared to leave. Oh wait, no, wrong way. Oh, there may still be people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first.
The people look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zoraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
Wait, what? How?
What?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do!
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things right.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever. You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria. Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live, not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memories shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution. All of us shall be made endless. I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel, one not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Victral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
Interesting. Didn't expect to see her again. Though she's not the real Queen Sphene, but maybe it's the what it was. The thunder or something. Well, basically that thing that everything here is built. I guess it could be something like that, or a remnant system, or so on. Alice, you saw Sveen with your own eyes then, so it wasn't someone else. After we heard about Queen of Reason's proclamation. The rumor spread through the district like wildfire. Geode, there's no report yet, but we have all eyes and ears out in Everkeep and heritage found. And Sveen was erased. If she is back, then are the endless. Seriously, what was that? Queen Sveen has returned. How? Gratia, without the message terminal, how does she propose to create a new endless? We must contact Yustola as soon as possible. File. We only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about new regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sveen. She should have been destroyed when the message terminal was shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, it is no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. This as if their memories have been erased. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators. But by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being the Queen of Reason. And that, guys, even if someone suspected deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. We need to find out who she really is. While I agree wholeheartedly, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Meanwhile, in living memory.
Where am I? My people, are they safe?
Wait, is this the real Queen Sveen? Like the actual real one?
Why am I?
In fear of death, the people turn to Queen Reborn, their fates to learn. Crossroads. That was the 7.1 MSQ. Honestly, I did not expect the story take this kind of turn. I was actually hoping that we could, you know, concentrate on the key rather than the situation here in Alexandria, but oh well, whatever. But yeah, though we have too little information to draw any useful conclusions as yet, I dare say the Queen of Reason behavior henceforth will be illuminating. Geode neo-regulators. I hear the idea came from the citizenry, but something doesn't sit right. We'll look into this. Shayla said she left this machine running to process more of the data from the field station. Is it done yet? Nope. Well, I pity you still was not present for Fiend's return. A cursory glance at the imposter's ether would have doubtless been enough to confirm our suspicion beyond a doubt. Oh. Well, the MSQ took a little longer than I thought, mostly because of the tech issues that I had. But oh, I don't know why you're here. Anyway, I have reached out to a few of my childhood acquaintances, but as we suspect, only those without regulators have any recollection of mourning Queen Sphinx.